So the episode that just aired, we finally see Sookie and Bill come together for the first time in a while. Was it weird for the first half of the season not playing, opposite each other?
Yeah.
It really was, actually.
Not to mention we never saw each other because either he was at work or I was, but neither of us at the same time, which is a little odd.
It was about 3 months, I think, wasn't it? We'd all see each other at read-throughs. And
I did it on purpose because they were just a little too happy.
Yeah.
So
and we don't like happy people in us, do we?
But now for the second half of the season, is it a lot of Bill and Sookie together?
Does that sound like a spoiler?
Well, I definitely.
I hope so.
You're very good at them.
I will say this: even if they come back together, not all is well.
Is it fair to say the second half of the season 2 is really going to get into Sookie's gifts, special gifts, and then how will that play out in future seasons? I'm imagining that's going to be a big kind of game changer almost.
Yes.
So when you finally did start working together, was it sort of a relief, and yes, I remember what this was like?
It was great. It took. I think it took a bit of a while to get sort of back into
the sync
and the groove. We were both really lucky. We'd had some great stuff to do.
Now that you've kind of been on the show for a while, does the sort of risque nature of it, is it just old hat?
You mean we're very bored by naked bodies?
Yeah. So oh, we gotta get naked today.
My instinct is that it was never really a big deal for anybody. I mean, most people were. I've never felt comfortable pushing anybody beyond their comfort level. I just don't think it's ever been as big a deal for people on the show as it has been for some people outside the show watching it, thinking it must be.
When you first audition for the show, everybody has to parade naked through Alan's office. There's a whole crowd of people there.
Well, everybody on the show works naked.
But do you have merkins like the Spartacus cast?
We have had a couple.
We actually have used a merkin or two.
Wow.
Yes.
Anna, there's a lot more humor to Sookie this season. It seems like some of the one-liners she's coming out with, really, is that a change that you made on purpose? Did you feel the character needed that a little bit more lightness?
No, it was. I think it was just organic.
You mean because no one's dying every other day in her life, so maybe she's...
I think at this point in the show, she's been through so much that she
Nothing
can just
phases
sort of
her.
say, take a moment and say something that is funny without trying to be funny, but she's just dealing with... You got to remember, the whole show has really taken place over about 6 weeks, the first 3 seasons. So this girl's life has really gone...
Changed.
It's gone completely haywire.
Yeah.
So I think a sense of humor is part of her survival skills.
And is it fun, Anna, for you to have a little bit of sass to her?
I thought she always had sass. I don't really feel like that's something that is brand new. But again, fewer people who are in her personal life have died this season, so I guess there's probably more moments for, outward humor.
Right.
Yeah, she couldn't
as
really...
opposed to generalized sassiness.
She couldn't really joke about Grant's death or...
I mean, that slit throat was just really funny.
I was laughing
It made me feel
hysterically
so
during that episode.
sassy. And then straddling Mike Spencer in the same spot on the floor and then smashing him over the head with the frying pan. I mean, that was just an opportunity for sass just waiting to happen.
Totally.
And the season finale last year was sort of unusual because a lot of the stories climaxed the episode, or early in the episode. I think it's climax, and then it was sort of setting up. Is it sort of the same structure in this finale?
It's not the same, no.
It doesn't converge.
It doesn't converge quite the same way and not quite as early in the episode.
Who's in the final shot of the season?
I can tell you that in the very final shot of the season, no one.